West Ham United's European campaign for the 2022-23 season starts now as we take on Viborg, where Phil is right now at the London Stadium. There it is. Hope you are all well. If you are, drop a like on the video, subscribe to West Ham Unofficial. If you are new, check out our channel sponsors, SRM Carver and Son, by clicking the link in the description down below. We're here for the build-up and unofficial starting, well, it is the official actually, starting lineup reaction. Firstly, I'm joined by Phil live at the London Stadium. Phil, how are you?
Very good here, Jakey. Live and reporting outside the London Stadium.
Good.
Yeah, it's nice to be outside of my bedroom for a change. It's a lovely evening. It's really nice. Bit tired.
Oh,
we lost him.
No, we've lost him.
Oh,
anyway,
no.
whilst we try and get Phil back, Mike, how are you?
Yeah, good, mate. Himself?
Yeah, not bad. What are you expecting? We've had a few murmurs of the starting lineup.
The starting lineup is, I don't know whether they're going to risk Zuma or not. I really don't know.
I don't know.
I think it could be a lot of changes.
Yeah.
A lot of changes. There he is. He's back.
Here he is. What's the overall vibe like at the stadium, Phil? Is there a lot of Viborg fans there?
There's saw a fair amount of them. I don't know if you can see them. There's a fair few of them over there.
Oh, right, yeah.
Tickets.
Yeah.
I saw a fair few of them earlier over at Liverpool Street Station. It's probably about 20.
I tell you what, it's Wi-Fi anywhere near that football stadium.
Mate, you know what it's like when I go on when I'm there.
Yeah, it's awful, isn't it?
Absolute nightmare. It is terrible. It is awful.
It is. Whilst we wait for the starting lineup, overall on a whole, would you like us to just get this done tonight in the first leg and not really have to worry next week?
Yeah, let's just get a win tonight. 2 or 3-0 tonight. That's what we need, and then take a bit of pressure off next week. Yeah,
indeed. Phil, the big question is, do you think there's going to be more Viborg fans than West Ham fans?
Nah, definitely not. It's not massive. Like, it ain't going to be like a 60,000 capacity or attendance tonight, but there's a fair amount of us here tonight, so we'll definitely make a noise, considering there won't be a lot of us.
Yeah, and the light shows are returning tonight, so you get treated to a light show, Phil.
Oh yeah, that was good fun last year.
Yeah, it was good, wasn't it?
Yeah. Very, very good. Let's head into the chat and see what you guys are saying. Jonathan, hope you are coming. Your eyes watching from Connecticut. Hope you are well. NWO, thank you very much. Budgie, Jay Woods, hope you are evening, lads. Hope you're all well. 3-0 West Ham. Come on, you Iron. Skamaka better start. What we're hearing, he is starting, but we're just waiting for the official confirmation of the team news, which could be reaching us at any second now. Ogbonna could be starting. I've heard that as well. So we've got Moyes, Rice and Creswell all suspended for this game due to the red cards and the antics at Frankfurt away. So, of course, Rice is suspended. Hopefully a big win tonight to build momentum ahead of the Brighton game. Yeah, that's a really key point, because if we go out there tonight, Mike, and it's not really convincing, then we've got nothing to take into Brighton, and we need points against Brighton on Sunday.
Most definitely, mate. Yeah, we got to break that hoodoo. We got to start getting some points and getting them. Well, we do normally get a point, don't we? That's what we normally do. I think the last few games have been a draw. I know we lost away, but the home games have been draws. We want more than a draw. We want 3 points.
Oh, 100%. Dad's going 3-0. Cornet, Skamaka and Kara to start, says Jay Woods. I'd be surprised if Kara starts, but Cornet and Skamaka definitely should start tonight, in my opinion. Guys, hope you are. I'm okay with lots of changes. We'll need some bad luck, Brighton bad luck too. Yeah, indeed. Third kit is a fair. I don't know if we're going to see the third kit tonight, but that might be the light show, like the bottom of it, the orange. That might be the light show, just like lighting it up. Razor West Ham, hope you are well. Hell of a bonus, Creswell not playing. Shame about Declan though. If Skamaka is playing and fed properly, 4-0 to us. I like the optimism there. Miss Hammerat, hope you are well. He goes, why hasn't Nobes come out of retirement yet? He's perfect. He could have just came in today next to Flynn Downs. Happy days. But overall, what are you expecting from a Viborg outfit, and how are you expecting the game to go today, Phil?
I think it's going to be. We're just going to play comfortable. Probably won't go out of second gear. Obviously, we don't know much about Viborg, so they could be one of those underdog teams who could really put on the show against us, or they could just fold very easily. So I reckon we'll might be a bit sketchy the first 5-10 minutes, but I reckon we'll come on top and should be a comfortable victory for us. Hopefully, just go hammer and tong in this first leg, and then won't be bothered too much about the second leg. And as long as we get into that group stage, I'll be happy.
Yeah, indeed. That is the main objective here. Gary, hope you are well. Desperate for a big win, indeed. Let's scroll down. Where are we? Gary says Phil going in for an early bird beer. Yeah, I tell you what, you need to go in on the early bird, otherwise you need to remortgage your house for a beer.
Oh no! Luckily, I went to Weatherspoons first.
Oh, so Phil's all fueled up and ready to go.
That's right.
Mike, what kind of experience do you think this gives players? So, because hopefully Moyes is going to give some different players a go. Who would you like to see tonight, and what do you think it does for potential young players that come into the side tonight?
I'd like to see Downs and Coventry play. I think we need one of them to really step up. You remember we've lost a couple of midfielders, so one of them has really got to show that he can fit in, because we've got a lot of games again if we get through this tie, which we should. I mean, yeah, we're going to need backup in all positions, and we've obviously lost Martin Noble, and we've lost Crow, who did play the odd game in Europe and the odd cup game, to be fair. So one of those two guys, or both of them, hopefully, I'd like to see push on and make a claim for a place.
Yeah, indeed. And over to our live reporter at the London Stadium. Phil, what players would you like to see tonight? Would you potentially like to see Ashby at right back? Who are you looking forward to see tonight?
Oh, yeah, sorry, mate, you cut out.
Oh, that's all right. Who are you looking forward to seeing tonight? Potentially Ashby at right back. Any youth players?
Yeah, it'd be good to see Ashby play. Get him some game time, but I think importantly, I'd like to see.
Oh dear, that Wi-Fi there, mate, is awful.
It was holding out, wasn't it? It was holding out. Oh, there he is. He's back again. There we go. Go on, carry on, Phil.
We got you back.
What did I say before I cut out?
Basically Ashby, and then you went.
Oh right. Yeah, I'd like to see Cornet and Scamacca start tonight. Kick off their account. Nice to see a few youngsters. If Connor Coventry can get a start alongside Flynn Downs, that'd be brilliant. I'm expecting it to be a fairly strong side anyway. Areola in goal as well, of course.
Yeah. Obviously with Areola in goal, how much longer, Mike, do you think that Fabianski is going to hold on to the Premier League goalkeeper?
It all depends.
Position?
If he plays like he did on Sunday, mate. He did put up a pretty good show on Sunday, so he may get a few more games yet. But if he makes a few mistakes, then Areola's gonna come in.
Yes, 100%, 100%. So hopefully we can see the likes of Cornet, Scamacca, Areola, all of these players tonight, and hopefully, just Phil, would you say just no drama, just get the job done tonight?
100%, get it done. If we can get, I not want to be big-headed, but if we can get like 3-0 up in the first 20 odd minutes, that's just to put our mind at rest, really. Don't have to worry about anything. Nice, comfortable victory, easy game for us.
Yeah.
But this is West Ham, so you never know.
It is.
Yeah.
And this is the segment where we go over to Mike, because he's going to talk all about Viborg. Mike, tell us everything you know about Viborg, mate.
I know as much about Viborg as I do brain surgery, mate, to be totally honest. But look, what worries me is I was at the Astra Gugu game, and we just don't want another one of them, I'm afraid. We just don't want one of them. We want to start well. We want to put them on the back foot, and we want to put them to bed and score 2 or 3 goals.
Yeah, 100%.
Get 2 or 3 goal lead, whatever.
Mm-hmm. Let's take some of your comments then. Jonathan says, interesting. If we advance, the possible group that West Ham could be in, Young Boys could be in it, Cole and Villarreal. If they advance to the next round, somewhat a tough group, but at least teams we've heard of. Yeah, I think we're going to get a mix really of teams we haven't heard of if we do get through to the group stages, which fingers crossed we do. NWO says, if we are still in pre-season pace, we could struggle. Moyes will probably put a left winger at CDM, probably. Gary says, Scamacca, Cornet, Antonio, Bowen, as strong as a team as he can pick, it must be 2 or 3 goal lead because Viborg are useful. Bowen tonight, rest him, start him. Thoughts?
Rest him.
Who do you play in his position then?
Good question. Do you know what? Chuck Antonio on the right.
Yeah. That's a good point. Scamacca up front, Antonio. Let's see what Antonio can do on that right-hand side. Just while we wait for the lineup to come through, let's bring in Budgie. Budgie, how are you?
Good evening, Jake. Good evening, Mike.
How are
you, young man? I don't know this young man's name.
Phil.
Before and after.
Phil.
Yeah, exactly. Look, we've got Upton Park and London Stadium, just like next to each other.
Yeah,
meant to be, wasn't it?
It is. It is. Budgie, talk to us about tonight's game. How are you feeling? Obviously, you should be confident. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, I am. I'm fairly confident that even if we put the 23s out, that we'd win it. But that's clearly not going to happen. But I heard what you were saying about resting Bowen tonight. I'm kind of in agreement with it because the game is considered to be an easier game for us. So some of those players that we're really going to need against Brighton on Sunday, we need. I'm better turn them phones up, throw them over there. Yeah, I think with the players that we're definitely going to need on Sunday, I think we should rest tonight. I mean, clearly Declan Rice we have no option with, and Creswell we have no option with.
Yeah.
But I think Antonio, as Phil suggested, out on the right-hand side would be a great shout. I really do think so. And Cornet out on the left-hand side. From the off, Scamacca up front from the off, Lanzini or Benrahma behind him. Either way, I'm not really fussed. And I think, I think the midfield, although, people have been suggesting Flynn Downs, but there's also a suggestion that he's had a knock. And he might not be 100%.
On his toe, I think.
Yeah, and he might not be 100%. So, I think if we were to have Lanzini in the 10 role, and then perhaps or Benrahma, either way, as I said, it's not really an issue. I think Benrahma probably has earned it from last week's performance, and then have Fornals and Soucek in the middle behind them. Why not?
I mean, what we've got there, Mike, should categorically it should get past this team. Just to touch on Declan Rice, do you think it's almost a blessing in disguise that Declan Rice isn't playing tonight? Because do you think David Moyes have been tempted just to chuck him in there where he probably does need a rest ahead of Sunday?
Yeah, he probably does, but he would have liked him as a bit of insurance, wouldn't he? Remember the Kierlminster game,
Yeah,
he would have liked him on the bench, I think, just that bit of insurance because, hey, we wouldn't have beat Kidderminster if it weren't for Rice.
That's right.
On the day. So, I mean, it's just handy to keep someone up like that on the bench, And knowing Rice, he wants to be there every game. He don't want to miss a game. I bet he's absolutely chewing at the bit.
Yeah.
He's going to miss not playing tonight and he's going to regret what he said. But, we got to rest, guys. But the only thing with Bowen is I'd like to see him get a bit of confidence because he's had 2 poor games for him.
Yeah, good
Maybe
point.
this is a chance. Okay, have him on the bench and get him on You know what I mean? And hopefully he might. Do you know what I mean? He might spike in the life.
Yeah.
Score a couple of goals.
I mean,
give him a bit of confidence for Sunday. You know, that's another way of thinking about it. You know,
there's actually kind of a formula in what both of you guys said. You know, start with Antonio, run them ragged, get them. You know, like not sure whether they're looking at their reels or their backsides.
Yeah.
And then, you know, at about 70 minutes, switch it about, stick Bowen out there, and well, we know what he can do.
Yeah,
he can tear him a new one, can't he? So look, you know, there's an option now, you know, and you can do the same on the left. You know, if you wanted to, you could, you know, you could have, you know, Fornells on the bench, run them ragged with Maxwell Cornet, and then do a switcheroo with Fornells, you know.
Yeah, indeed.
Just to change it up a bit, get a few goals, and then shut the back door.
Yeah, you know? Exactly. I think that's key tonight. Phil, when you walk out of that stadium in about 3 hours' time, what do you want in your head? What do you think will be a perfect night tonight?
Just a nice, comfortable, easy victory for us. Good performance all round from everyone. Just gives us brimming with confidence for the next game in play. Yeah, that really. Even no matter how big or small the team is, we get a nice, comfortable victory. It always helps going into the next game because you're only as good as the last team you played against.
Yeah, I agree. Let's take some of your comments before we get to the lineup then. So where are we? Started. Gary says our players need as much game time as possible. We are not sharp. That's a very good point.
No,
Here he comes, look. Alan Frankel. Fingers crossed we get knocked out, right? See, that's why you're a Man City fan. Go to the Etihad. Go to FC Dallas. Go somewhere else. Just not here. So what Jonathan wants to see tonight is Areola, Ashby, Zuma, Ogbonna, if 100% fit, otherwise Kera, Johnson, Coventry, Downs, Lanzini, Benrahma, Cornet, Scamacca. Very good. Wally, let's go all out and win this. Frema, hi Jake, and all very good pronunciation of Viborg. Yeah, I've been, you know, getting it out and starting to, you know, real good pronunciation ahead of the show tonight. Gary says, how important is a run in this competition? That's the point. As for Brighton, we have never beaten them in the Premier League. Already a 6-pointer. Yeah, I agree. The lineups are out then, so let's have a little look. Let's refresh Twitter and see what we've got. So Scamacca starts tonight, and we have a team of Areola, Soufal, captain in the side, back in Angelo Ogbonna, Ben Johnson, Harrison Ashby at right back, Coventry and Souček as a two in midfield, and then a kind of front four of Bowen, Lanzini, Cornet, and Scamacca. I like that a lot. Who wants to start?
Nice.
Mike?
Yeah, I'm happy with that. So let's work it out. So we've got Soufal playing at right back.
I think we've got Soufal playing at left back.
Left back, and Ashby playing at right back.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Yeah, Ogbonna and Johnson. Yeah, Coventry and Souček. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Lanzini, he'll be tucked in behind. Scamacca, Cornet, and Bowen out wide. Yeah, I'm happy with that.
Yeah. And the key thing there is Kera is on the bench as well. That's a really key thing as well. So we could see him potentially at some point. Who wants to have their say next?
Yeah, I'm going to see them in an hour's time, so I'll see how they actually line up. If Soufal will be playing on the left, but I think it's a very decent team. You know, we might not have the biggest teams, but it's always going to be a fairly strong side anyway. So it's a good enough team to get the job done. Seeing Cornet and Scamacca start is a big bonus, as well as Ashby and Coventry, the youngsters. And also Ogbonna as well making his return. So it's a very good team. I can't wait to see him play.
Yeah, how crucial and how assuring is it going to be to have Ogbonna back at the heart of that defence, Budgie?
Mate, it's massive. It's massive for the morale of the team for a start. I mean, let's not like dismiss the morale of the team is probably the most important part of the training schedule, because, you know, if you've got good morale, then guys will work for each other. Oggie's been missing for a long time. He's had a couple of, junior games just to get himself back on the grass. It's been brilliant progress for him. He's back now. He's captaining the side, rightfully so, because I think for me he is the most senior player in the squad tonight. Yeah. And rightfully it gets given to him. I would imagine that for this season he will be our designated vice captain, if I'm honest.
Yeah, I think he could be. So let's walk through this then. So we've got Areola left back, Sufal. He can play out there. Johnson and Ogbonna. Hopefully Ogbonna can help out Johnson a little bit more as well. Ashby, it's going to be good to see him tonight, as well as Coventry. Suchek just being that kind of experienced head in that midfield. You'd say Bowen out on the right, Lanzini through the middle, and then our new signings, Corney out on the left, Skamaka leading the line. Let's go around the room. Mike, I'll start with you. If you could pick one player, who were you most excited to see tonight?
I want to see Cornet. I want to see him rip it up. I really do tonight, because that puts pressure on. Then that puts pressure on one of those front three, and I hope he does it. I really do. I've had a little look at Skamaka. Obviously, I was there for the Man City game, and I know he's got a bit about him. He really has. Just worries me whether he might see red once or twice during the season, because that's the sort of player he is. But hey, I'm willing to put up with that as long as he keeps putting performances, gives us something different and something extra, And I think he will. I think he's a good player. He's gifted. There's no doubt about it. The first time he brought the ball down, he just brings it down, knocks it in one motion. No doubt about it. Technically, he is a good player. He's got the fight in him. So yeah, those two especially, I'm really looking forward to see.
Yeah, definitely. Phil, just before I let you go, which player are you most looking forward to seeing tonight?
Just like what Mark said, I'm looking forward to seeing Cornet rip it up, but I'm sure it'll be very good. But I'm looking forward to seeing Skamaka start. Finally, get hopefully this is the strike that we have been waiting for many years. I reckon if we get the right service, he'll get a couple of bangers tonight. So yeah, looking forward to seeing how he plays.
Hopefully so. Phil, give us your prediction before I let you go.
4-0 to us.
Good stuff. Phil, thank you very much for coming on outside the stadium, and I'll speak to you soon.
Nice one,
Phil.
Cheers, Phil. Thanks very much. There we go. I've had some live stadium link up. You won't find that in many other places. A huge thank you to Phil. But yeah, Budgie, pick a different player. Who were you most?
I already have, mate. I already have. Obviously, I agree with the guys said. That's all been said. So, but I'm actually really looking forward to seeing Connor Coventry tonight. Yeah. For me, this is a do or die game for him. Really, if you really look at it logically, he's always been the nearly lad that's kept getting loaned out and put out to pasture elsewhere. Now he's going to get his chance to show exactly what he can do in the heart of the midfield of what is on paper, that's a real good side that he's in the middle of. That's a real good side. And let's see what he can do. Let's see how he copes with it. And, I'm looking for at least a 7 out of 10 performance out of him tonight, at least.
Yeah, I think it is a massive game for these youngsters, Mike, like Ashby and as Budgie said, Coventry, because otherwise they can be then steered out on loan. Another one of our youngsters has been shipped out on loan today to Newport. I think it's Thierry Nevers has gone out on a season-long loan there. So it's really a massive opportunity that they've been given to, and they won't be given many more because we know what David Moyes is like. So a huge opportunity for these players tonight, and hopefully every single one of them can step up and can put in a performance that David Moyes is proud of.
Yeah, definitely. I like to look at Coventry. He's a tidy little footballer. From the bits and pieces I watched him last year out on loan in a couple of games, and yeah, I do. He could be another Mark Noble. He really could. I mean, the
way he plays is kind of like he's a love child of Noble and Scotty Parker for me.
Yeah, he is. He's
like a love child of those two.
Those two, he could. If he just goes out there, keeps his head, plays some, just gets the ball down, plays it easy, and settles into the game. I really hope he has a good game. Ashby, I've been impressed with him in the past. The European games that he played before, he looks good going forward as well. He gives us something going forward. I do like the look of him. Yeah, I hope they both have a good game. I really do.
Yeah, massive
They say it's
opportunity.
an opportunity, and these young lads, they've got to take these opportunities.
You got to remember also they've got Johnson in the side with them, and he's experienced at both levels with those guys.
Yeah.
So let's see that he kind of captains the younger lads. I bet you he does. I bet you they look to him for advice and stuff like
guidance.
That.
Yeah, for sure. Let's take some of your comments. Hoping for a brace for Skamaka. That would be perfect tonight. I want Ashby to be man of the match, says Gary. Skamaka looks too good for us, to be fair. Just even from that picture, like you can tell, we've like a grizzly bear waiting to be let out of the cage, waiting to bang in the goals. Gianluca Skamaka.
Jake, could you just could you go through the subs again?
I certainly can. Let's have a look who we have on the subs bench there. So 2 keepers that don't include Fabianski. We've got Trott, Randolph, Zuma, Kera, Baptiste, Chesters, Ekwa, Fornals, Downs, Okoflex, Benrahma, and Antonio. So we've got Trott, Baptiste, Chesters, Ekwa, Okoflex there as youngsters, experienced names. Obviously Randolph, Zuma, Fornals, Downs, I suppose you could say, Benrahma and Antonio. So there is depth on that bench, and I'd expect David.
There is firepower on the bench, and that is good to see. And everyone's moaning about the depth of our squad. We got a few players out, obviously, tonight, and there's still a bit of depth there, isn't there? And maybe the new guy gets on as well.
Yeah,
maybe just give it 20 minutes at the end, to settle in.
Yeah, for sure. And as well for Flynn Downs, I do feel for him because I think he was set to start. Then he just picked up a little bit of a knock on his toe, which is unfortunate because he's on the bench, so he's obviously nearly fit, but he didn't quite pass the test, which is unfortunate for him. But we might see him with 20 minutes to go or whatever, and there is strength and depth on that pitch. And I would expect whether it's McKinley or Moyes, whoever's making the decisions tonight, Budgie, you expect them to make changes and to bring a good few of these players on.
Yeah, I would think so. Look, we know what David Moyes is like. He loves to show that he's working with the youth setup and stuff, and in fairness, he does. But he kind of relied on Mark Noble a lot for that. And now that Mark Noble's not there doing it, I think he's got to do a lot of it himself. And I think that's possibly one of the reasons why he's now got Ashby and Coventry on the pitch tonight rather than on the bench, because I think he's realising that actually these lads are pretty damn good. He must have had a look at them in training. He must have invited them to train with the first team, so... I think, sometimes you do really need to poke the bear to wake him up. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
And I think, by losing Rice and by having a shortage on defenders, the bear has been poked.
Indeed. And because if this would have been this time last season, Noble would have started, probably Crowd would have started, and none of these players really would have got an opportunity because we're so bare to the bones in some cases. Moyes is left with no option but to start these players tonight, which could be a good thing in a way. Halfway into the season when we ain't got any players, that might be a different story. But now it's good that these players are getting that opportunity. Wouldn't mind seeing Okoflex, says NWO. Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Yeah.
I
hope it gets into a position that we can bring players on to give them a run out. That's what we need.
100%. Miss Hammerette's prediction in true Peach fashion, 8-0 to West Ham. Yeah. Love it. Absolutely love it.
Little cheeky treacle. Look at her.
Sean says Denmark 7 best. Yeah, Mulby getting the run out. No, you were in it last year. Just don't worry, Sean. Don't worry. Nobody wants to play football on a Tuesday night anyway. Like, who even wants to do that? Jonathan says Conference League. How many subs can we make? I presume it's 5 for this game.
Yeah,
it wouldn't be any more. It's either 5 or 3. I think it would be 5, but
Yeah.
who knows? This is UEFA. Miss Hammerette says, hopefully we can get some goals and we can have the opportunity to bring some of the young guns on. Smash them out tonight, and next week we can play more youngsters. Yeah, that's my mentality, Wally. I agree with that. With that team out, we've probably got enough firepower to batter them tonight. But just that first goal, if we have a bit of a shaky start, then all of a sudden it gets difficult. First 20 minutes, first 10 minutes, get a goal on the board, it's plain sailing. We knock 3 or 4 past them. But if we have a bit of a nervy start, they get on top, they have a couple of chances. I think they could make it quite difficult and frustrating for us tonight. Gary says, I would be happy with a 2-0, but must be a clean sheet indeed.
I'd go along with that, yeah.
Yes. Scamacca, Lanzini and Cornet to get some goals. So it would be good. And overall, if we could score loads of goals, if they could be mixed across lots of players, get players some confidence, then I think it's the job done tonight. Let's move on to your predictions then. Mike, I'm going to start with you. Goal scorer, prediction, fire away.
I'm going to go 2-0, and I'd be happy with that.
Yeah.
Honestly, I do. I'm not going to get too carried away. 2-0, Scamacca, I'd love to see get one of them.
Yeah.
And I've got a feeling that teams like this, they may concede from, if we get enough corners or free kicks, they'll probably concede from them. And someone like, someone like Souček could get in on the end of one of them, I think.
Or Oggy.
Yeah. It'd be great to see him come back, wouldn't it? And Bury one. It would
get himself a nice goal. Yeah, lovely.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go 2-0, and honestly, I'll take it.
Yeah. Budgie, your prediction?
I'm predicting a clean sheet, and I'm predicting 3-0, 2 from Scamacca, at least 1 assist from Cornet in those goals. And I think, like you said, a goal from further back the pitch, Souček, maybe even Coventry, with a lovely little dink over the top or something.
Who knows?
Or a Lanzini screamer.
Lanzini screamer. You know all about them, Sean, don't you? Yeah. Keep talking. You know all about Lanzini screamers, don't you, Sean? But anyway, my prediction 4-0 West Ham. I think we do them relatively easy tonight, especially with that team. That's going to come back and bite me if we lose in it. But hey ho, I would have gone 3-0, but Budgie took it, so 4-0. It's key that Souček has a good game tonight. It really, really is, because he's had a very poor start to the season, which leads off the back of a poor last season as well, in my opinion. Get him a goal, get him some confidence tonight, because it's just very much needed. Scamacca to score, Cornet to score, Bowen to score. Let's spread the goals out. Let's get the confidence up in the team ahead of Brighton on Sunday. I think that's the main objective. Get it done. Get the morale and confidence boosted in the squad, and then we're ready to go at the London Stadium on Sunday. Moving on to final thoughts, as we are 45 minutes from kickoff. Budgie, I'll start with you.
Final thoughts. Well, it's good to see that the new lads, a couple of the new lads are starting tonight, and that what's his name? The new defender we've
Kara.
Yeah, I'll have to remember that. Well, it's nice to see that he's on the bench. So maybe David isn't dilly-dallying too much.
No.
But then again, this is kind of really a game that we need to win, should win, and if we don't win, we don't even deserve to show our faces in Europe again.
Yeah. Mike, final thoughts?
Yeah, I just want us to hopefully a no drama sort of game, just get through it without any injuries, without any problems, with a clean sheet, and then hopefully go out there next week and without too much pressure on.
Yeah, exactly. So there we go. That's been the pre-match build-up show and starting lineup reaction for our game versus Viborg tonight. Before we go, drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Check out our channel sponsors, SRM Carver and Son, by clicking the link in the description down below. Mike, you've got an exciting weekend ahead of you. Are you going up near Fleet somewhere on Saturday?
Camberley,
there we go.
Camberley on Saturday, and to the London Stadium on Sunday, mate. So I might as well just go straight from there.
Just go straight up there, exactly. Yeah. the FA Cup journey continues for you boys. But there we go. Thank you everybody for watching. Budgie, Mike, Phil earlier on as well. Thank you very much for all of you coming on.
No problem. Thank you, Jake.
No worries, Jake.
There we go. Come on, you irons, and we'll catch you soon right here on West Ham Unofficial. Cheers, guys.
Come on.
Bye-bye.